So we're going to talk about this course on humility that's coming up at the end of November called Small is Powerful. And it's a little bit difficult to talk about it because there's so much to say. And humility, in a sense, is a very evasive topic because it's so difficult to practice, even to properly understand. But humility is a fundamental practice of Krishna consciousness, and without it, one cannot become Krishna conscious. And the easiest way to understand this is to understand that humility is the exact opposite of pride, and pride is imitation of Krishna. And we should never use Krishna consciousness to enhance our pride or our false ego. So in the course, we're going to discover ways in which maybe we're not even aware that we're manifesting pride or a lack of humility. We're going to try to understand what is the consciousness, what is the feeling of humility, what is the experience of humility, and maybe most importantly, we're going to try to help you develop a desire to actually practice humility. There are devotees, maybe yourself also included, that have some resistance to humility because we think if we're humble, we'll be taken advantage of, we'll be exploited. It's not like that. As you hear about the humility of devotees, both in Shastra and in our lives, how they acted, how they affected people. And the more you understand it, hopefully, the more you're going to want to practice it. One of the things that comes out of this course, I've taught it many times, is that by the end of the course, devotees feel relieved because pride means pretension. I'm pretending to be someone I'm not to get the recognition of others. And when you live a humble life, you don't have to pretend to be anybody other than who you are. Your life becomes much easier. And you get to look at your actions, those times when you did devotional service, motivated by the desire to please Krishna, but also there is a tinge of desire to be honored, to be recognized. It's human nature. So we're going to deal with that. We're going to try to explain clearly what humility is and what it is not, because sometimes it's confusing. And sometimes devotees make a show of humility without actually feeling it or experiencing it. And we don't want to do that. So this is a basic idea of what we're going to be doing in the course. I really think it's important that we're very clear how humility manifests in our lives, all the ways in our day-to-day activities it manifests, and all the ways it doesn't manifest, because sometimes we have a very narrow view of humility. It's like, feeling lower than the straw on the street. But how does a conditioned soul feel lower than the straw on the street? But how do you manifest that? You manifest that through respect. You manifest that through kindness, through appreciation, through service. So we want to be very clear on how humility manifests and how humility doesn't. The last thing I want to say is this course is heavy because it is said, I don't know who wrote this, great is the man who does not run from his own reflection. We have to look at ourselves with our faults. That's part of what humility means. And it's not easy to honestly assess ourselves. But that's part of what this course is. And devotees who have taken this course have said, of all the courses I've taught, this is the heaviest. So maybe not everyone's ready for it. Maybe not everyone is ready to face their resistances to being more humble. But if you can, I think this course is going to make a big dent in your Krishna consciousness. And I look forward to you coming there. As you can see now, we're about a month away from it. And I have a little bit of a voice and I think a good level of energy, but I'll have twice the energy and twice the voice within a month, maybe even 3 times. So I'm looking forward to being with you and sharing this with you. Hare Krishna. Gauranga.